Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Uh, no one here obviously as it was an impromptu live, so just figured I'd make a video because I have some books to show off that have been sitting for a while. So a few weeks ago on Melbourne Cup Day here in Melbourne was the Yarraville Comic and Toy Fair, which Billy hosts. And obviously a few people have made some videos with the stuff they've gotten from the show, so I just figured I'd show some of the books I picked up on that day. As always, Billy hosts a great show with great sellers. They always change up, so there's always something different to look at and different comic sellers to dig through boxes. So we'll start off with the first thing that I got, which wasn't comics, but was from a seller that I haven't seen at show before. And it was something a bit unique. And I thought I should pick it up. So it's a box of trading cards, Jack Kirby trading cards. So it says that this is the unpublished archives collector cards by Comic Images. So it's meant to be unpublished artwork that Jack Kirby did. It also says that there's 6 unsung hero chromium cards, the villain 3-card subset, and a 24 karat gold signature card, limited edition medallion cards. So I had never seen these cards before, so I thought I would grab them. I don't even know what the cards look like, so I will open one packet and we'll see what they look like. That's interesting. So also comes with a poster. It says coming in January, Prince Valiant. So it's a release of some other cards. Put that side. These packs are all stuck together as it's been a while since this was released. So let's get a packet and open up, see what the cards look like inside. All right, surprisingly, packet opens pretty easily for such an old set. All right, some sticking together, which is common in these old types of cards. So there is 10 cards per pack. So traditional Kirby artwork. So we have Lava Man. Let's see if I can get camera to focus a bit better. Alrighty. We have Amazons. Laser Trip. Animal Hospital. Perfect Fit. Just another awesome Jack Kirby work. Roxy's Raiders. Clutching Claw. the quality is pretty cool on these cards. There's a whole bunch of info on the back. So we have Crusher. Next one is Rocket Tunnel Digger. And last card is Power Plane. Pretty cool. Uh, it's pretty cool cards. Can see making for a pretty awesome set. So I might do an unboxing video going through the box, opening up the rest of these, and see what the rest look like. So there's 48 packets in the box, so it should make for some fun. The other stuff I picked up on the day was pretty much all books, so it wasn't a major haul, but some. First two books were books that I bought on a Facebook purchase and just kept missing the seller, and the seller kept forgetting books sometimes, and we both were finally at the same place, same time, and he had the books. So it's two books for my Marvel DC crossover run. So we have the Batman Devil crossover. This is the King of New York book. And then we have the opposite, which is the Daredevil and Batman book. So two very awesome covers, and bringing down the books that I need for that run down to not many as all. The next few books I got off a new seller as well that I hadn't seen there before. I had a very cool range of books, a lot of bigger keys and some smaller keys. And first book I picked up was Avengers Annual, so 64-page Avengers book. Says that it is the first Victor Timely. Not sure if it's first appearance, first full appearance. I'd have to do some research, but with the Loki series just coming out and finishing, I figured it would be a good time to jump on some Kang related books. And it was at a great price range. A pretty cool book. The next two books are to finish off a set that I just recently started collecting. So the Wolverine 4-part miniseries, and the pricing and the condition on these books pretty awesome, especially for a black cover. The spine is in really great condition for a book of its age. So we got number 3, and I was also able to pick up number 4. So the 4 covers on this mini series are all really cool, especially because I'm a big fan of Wolverine. I've been avoiding getting into the Wolverine series, but I finally bit the bullet. Hey Sarah, how are you? Next book was just iconic Wolverine cover, number 17 in the red. They went very interesting with the Wolverine. They went very interesting with the Wolverine books and just doing him on the cover, plain colored backgrounds. So really cool. I'm good, Sarah. You're finally up. I didn't go too late this time. Hey, Simon. How are you, buddy? Next book is just a book to fill in a gap that I got off Billy, who is the organizer of the event. You would have seen in my last video, I picked up numbers 2 and 3 from this run, and this is number 4 of Jay and Silent Bob. Okay, now the last 4 books are the bigger books that I picked up from the day, which is very surprising that 3 of them are Spider-Man related, considering that I'm not a very big Spider-Man fan. But we will start off with the first one, which has a lot of different sort of things that they say make it key. So as far as I know, it is the second appearance of Miles Morales. But I also know that there is a free comic book day version of this book. So not sure if it makes a difference, but just an awesome black suit on the cover with blue background. So I picked up this. Simon, the link is pinned to the top if you want to jump on. Next book is a book that I've been looking at for a while because I like to collect all the variant covers of this book. I know it's a crazy task considering how many there is, but it is a Secret Wars #1 variant edition with Spider-Man on the cover. It says it's in a legacy edition. So it's the first book that I've picked up that's in a, I think it's a soft slab, I think they call it. I'm not even sure if it actually is or not. And it's also the first time I've gotten a book or seen a clear backing cover. So yes, Captain Sorrow, that is a telescope in the back. I've only ever used it once or twice because I never really get the time, but one day I might actually use it properly. Cheers. 1 second. Sorry. Guess Simple Simon.
Mate, did you get anything good from Yarraville?
Did I get anything good? No, I'm sorry. All of the Simple Simon books were sold out before I got there.
I had plenty to sell, mate, and there were plenty left.
Next book, I know there is a lot of controversy and stuff with. Simon might know a bit more about it than I do.
Acetate Gate.
Yes. I don't even really know what the whole story behind this is. I
Where
know
did you get that
something.
off?
I think his name was Chad. He was the other guy who was part of the Grail Hunters.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, what is that book even doing in Australia? Oh, mate,
Yeah.
okay. You know why he's got it? You know why he had it?
What?
FOMO.
No. He told me that he actually won it in a raffle.
Oh, and they sent it to Australia. Good job.
Yeah. So I know that from what Key Collector says, this book had approval to be a reprint, but without the acetate on it. And they did it without approval from Marvel. But then I also heard that they didn't staple it on properly.
Yeah, it's like got a
They
single
put,
staple or something.
Yeah, but this one has two.
I don't
So
know.
this might be one of the proper ones that got done. So it's an interesting book. I'll eventually flip it.
Hey, do you know there was a guy, he commented on my video and he was saying that it was not, good coverage of the event. It was nice to meet you briefly. And he had a YouTube channel called
Mm.
Still Only 35 Cents or something.
He is one of the sellers because I just noticed that because I remember seeing the comment and his channel was popped up on my thing. And
Yeah.
as I was
I subbed
getting
him up.
ready for this video,
Yeah. I subbed him up. So
yeah,
I don't remember meeting him though.
he was the seller that so you know where you were the end of?
Yeah.
The other end, the first seller on the right side. So
When you
not
walk
the
in,
end.
you're looking on the
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Was that him? I know that guy. I'm pretty sure that. Okay. Or was he?
So he wasn't the guy you first see when you walk in.
Yeah,
When
he
you
was on the
go to
right.
the right, he was in front of Bruce and the other guy, but on the left side there.
Okay.
So he had a whole bunch of books in slabs and
I went
stuff like
to
that.
I went to the. I should have told you. I kind of just woke up in the morning and saw it on Instagram, so I went yesterday to the one in Broady.
Yeah. Was
Wasn't
it
that
any
good?
good?
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
It's meant
look,
to be. Oh, sorry.
it was a kids. It was a kids market, but
Yeah.
the people who put on Melbourne Comic and Toy Fair, they decided to trial pop culture there as well. So there was a
Ah,
few sellers that you would have recognized from all the other ones that were there, but it wasn't very big. So yeah, like it was more kid stalls. Like the first half you walk in, it's just 2, 3 aisles of kid stalls, and then there was maybe just one sort of aisle up and down, or maybe two aisles of maybe pop culture, and just some of the usual suspects.
ah, I completely forgot about
Charlie had
that
a
show.
chat to Charlie for ages. He can talk, that guy. He's like Mark.
Oh, so he was there again.
Yeah, I had a good chat with him. He was funny, man. We talk shit about alternate worlds.
It looks like he's starting to get back into doing shows, which is a good thing. Because the last time I had seen him at a show was BendyCon in like 2017.
Well, no. So you didn't go to Giant Size, did you?
No, I wasn't here.
Okay, so because I spoke to him and I was like saying, I remember I've seen him everywhere recently, but I was like, the first time I saw him was the Giant Size Toy Fair. And I was like, before that, I'd never seen you before. And he was like, yeah, because he stopped doing it because of COVID and shit. So
All right. Uh, he's a old soul like Mark. You pinned it in once. He's been around for a very long time as a seller.
there was another dude there, his older dude. And so we were having, I was chatting to this other guy because he was like, oh, that's how I recognize you. I watched your video. I was like, yeah, cool. And then Charlie came down and chat too. And that's when he said they pointed out alternate worlds for a second because they were there as well. And I was like, I don't like alternate worlds. And the guy was like, yeah, it's weird because Joe's like a legend in the comic scene. Whoa. Did you just drop out of your own stream? Uh, that was unexpected. Who am I telling this story to? And is anyone watching? I can't tell. Is anyone here? Sprung bad? What's going on? Keep me company, bro. Sean just left me. I didn't even have control here. Anyway, welcome to the Simple Verse. You may think that you've tuned into the wrong channel, but I'm taking over every channel. Anyway, this is going to get awkward soon if he doesn't come back. I look terrible with this lighting. I don't have my light plugged in, so I wasn't expecting to jump on. Anyway, what's going on? I like your logo, Sprung Bad. I like it a lot. I think Sarah would like that too. I know where I am. I think, yeah, I'm not too sure anymore. I don't know if how long he's gonna take to come back, but what can I show you? Oh, you'll like this. Yeah, I read comics last night for the first time in like weeks. Weeks. or probably maybe even a month has gone by since I even picked up a book. So I thought I'd read the latest Something's Killing Children, which is good, but not a lot happens. Oh, he's back. What? I didn't do anything.
Don't know what the fuck happened there.
What happens if I wasn't here, mate? Your channel just would have gone blank like, for like a minute or two.
I'm sure I would have got back eventually. How you going, Sprung Bad?
Yeah, so we were talking about alternate, and the guy not Charlie, but the other guy was saying how he was like he's surprised to hear, and he was like he's heard other people say the same thing about alternate. He's like, I'm surprised I've heard all these stories because Joe was like, he's like he started this comic book scene. He's like Joe started that shit from his bedroom pretty much. He's like he's like I used to live in Geelong. I used to drive to Joe's house, and he'd have a room full of comic books, and everyone would go there to buy back issues.
Oh yeah, I've heard stories like that too about him. So
That's a cool story, and all respect to the guy, but learn how to run your business properly.
I think after time it eats at you, like Mark says. It's a very tough industry.
Yeah, of course, but still, like if you hate it that much, let some other people run it that are gonna enjoy it. But just I guess the worst thing is it's ruining their name, because like they do have the whole, they've been around for over 40 years, and that's great, but it's kind of it looks bad on your name. Also, Sarah sent me this post the other day of someone, I think they posted in Grail Hunters or something, at the front of Alternate World saying, "Oh, hunting time," and all the comments are just people trashing it.
Yeah, I seen that post.
That was good. That was good.
He's burnt too many people.
Yeah,
but then there are people that are still loyal to him.
That's fine. I've never said that people should boycott them. I'm just saying, fuck them.
Well,
anyway,
I'll show my last book. It's a book that Simon actually knows because I already tested him on it. But we have
first, Sabretooth.
Yes.
Yeah,
you got it right twice in a row. So, Iron Fist 15. It's a book that I've missed out on a few times because I'm indecisive about wanting it. And this time I seen it and finally jumped on it. Didn't think twice.
Yeah, I would have thought you'd have that because you're an X-Men person. Sabretooth's like an X-Men
guy, yes,
right?
But I was only doing the original X-Men run. I didn't want to start collecting all the subsets until I'd finished the first one. So it was a bit pain in the ass. Alright, now I do have a package that I received, so I will do an unboxing and Simon will keep the chat going.
All right.
While I cut open this.
So as I was saying before, while Sean was gone, I did some reading last night. I caught up on Someone's Killing the Children, and then I read this little gem called Edenwood, written and drawn by Tony S. Daniels, and this was really, really cool. Anyone read this? Sprung Bad, you still there? Did you read this? This was awesome. The art in it was chef's kiss. Because Tony S. Daniels is obviously good, but whoever did the coloring really made his work pop. Like the coloring in it compared to some of the other stuff that Tony S. Daniels looked like a completely different artist. But yeah, that was pretty good. Sorry?
Which indie does it? Which publisher?
It was Image.
Image.
So, I might have to get the rest of those.
They've been doing pretty good lately. Seem to be getting a lot of good titles coming.
I recommend it, mate. I'm not into this. Like, it's like a fantasy sort of book, which I'm normally not. It's not really my genre, but I thought it was really cool. And then he, I posted it in my Instagram story last night, and he responded to it and said, "Thank you." I was like, "That's okay, mate. Bow down to me."
So I got first book out of it. So it's an indie book, which is surprising for me.
Okay, is that
Sin
Dame,
City, Dame to Kill For from Dark Horse. So this is book number 2.
have you read the original Sin City?
No.
It's
So
one I should.
I originally got these books because I wanted to take them with me to Canada to get Frank Miller to sign them, but they didn't come in time.
And they came now.
No, I've had them for a while. I just keep forgetting to do the video. So
I don't know if I'd like Sin City now that I think about it, because I read Dark Knight Returns and I didn't like it.
I haven't read any of Frank Miller's stuff, to be honest,
There you go.
besides the Wolverine stuff that he did and some of the Daredevil, and obviously number 1. So I was lucky enough to pick up 3, 4, 5, and 6 when I was in Canada for $2 each. So I have the complete run now, which is good. So as I said, not a big haul, but some interesting books from Billy's show. I seem to think that I always get better books from Billy's show than I do from the bigger shows.
Yeah, man. Like I was telling people, the first time I went to the Yarraville comic, like my very first one, my God, I was just like, holy! I didn't know it was the first time I'd been to like a small comic slash toy fair sort of thing, and I was just like, holy shit! I was going through these short boxes, like, holy shit! Like I can't believe the books I'm finding in here. It was out of control. And what's that dude? He was the guy who didn't bought book off me first. The guy on the left of me against he's got like fucking
Oh,
30
Tim,
short. Is his name?
Tim, yeah,
Yeah, what was I saying?
from Harry's
Yeah,
comics
he just has like, oh, is he Harry's Comics, is he?
on eBay. Yeah,
Oh, okay. So I've bought books off his eBay store before. He has like a short box and he'll have like $500-600 books in there just in a short
yeah,
box. He doesn't
because
have
he
no
doesn't
wall.
that he won't do walls for the small shows. He only does walls at Nova and stuff like that.
And that's the thing with Charlie. Like Charlie has wall books, which are bangers, and they're books that he told me he's like, I don't even really want to sell these, but if someone wants to pay that price, I'll sell it. But I don't really want to sell them because I love these books. And then the stuff he brings in short boxes is just random dollar books.
Yeah, because he's got. I don't know who I was speaking with and told me that he's got thousands and thousands
Yeah.
and
He said
thousands
to
of
me, he goes,
books.
dude, you wouldn't even believe if I told you how many books I've got at home. Um, yeah. He's like, you ever come over and check out my collection? You can't film. That's what he said.
Yeah,
And I said, I said, you know who else said that to me? Sean. Sean told me that I could do a tour of his collection, but I wasn't allowed to say that it was him because he didn't want people to know his collection. And now he has a YouTube channel and he's flaunting that shit just in his background.
yeah, but it's mine. I'm allowed to. You're not. I'll show you. Did you see the Jack Kirby cards, the ones I bought?
Oh no! Did you open them already?
Not all of them. I opened a pack at the start of the live just to see what they look like. So
Oh yeah.
the art on them is pretty cool, especially considering the time it's from. But I've never heard of any of the characters, any of the stories they're meant to be from. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep going and try and open them and get the set, or not. So
Have you looked up to see how much those cards sell for?
I haven't. I know you can still get boxes at a reasonable price. So the deal I got on the day wasn't as great as I thought it was. But I didn't get ripped off either.
Just looking it up.
So
Trading cards.
micromites.
Well, someone's selling the complete set for $30. As in, like, out of like they're not in sleeves or anything, they're just raw in a
Yeah.
stack.
Does it say how many cards are in the set?
There's only 90
90. Yeah, so
trading
I got
cards. Sorry,
480 cards here.
there you go.
So if I was
Actually, there's someone else selling the whole set for $20.
yeah, but then you don't have the fun of opening the packets. So I'm sure I can flog them if I don't open them.
Yeah, someone's selling a sealed box for 110.
Like I said, I didn't get ripped off, but I didn't get as good a deal as I thought I did. Billy will be doing another show not too far away, I'm assuming. Sprung Bag. He seems to go every couple of weeks, like every 8 weeks. Got the poster that came in the box for another set of cards. There's available in January 1994.
94.
Yeah, the cards are nearly 30 years old. So
Back then, I probably collected cards back then. I
30
remember
years
there
ago,
was.
I didn't.
I remember at Westfield, the shopping center near me, in the food court, there used to be a trading card shop. The old food court. I can't remember what it was called though. But Mad Spidey used to work at. So Mad Spidey back in the day, he used to work at a place called High Tech Game Center.
Okay.
And they were like a video game store. But then they opened up a trading card section once basketball cards became hot, I remember. And I think he might have worked in that section. Like, because I remember him telling me he worked there. And I was like, I'm trying to remember. Because I used to just be a kid who hung out. Like I met Simon through just hanging out on the streets of Doncaster, the mean streets of Doncaster.
Well, in saying that, I'm pretty sure the first trading cards I bought were in '94, which were the Flair NBA hoops.
Yeah, so my first ones was 92, 93 Upper Deck was the with the cards that I was buying when I first started. So Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was, I think Michael Jordan was about to retire actually around then. That was like one of his last seasons, I think, and then he retired for like one season and came back, or not even. He came back pretty quickly.
No, he wasn't retiring then because the set I have is Shaq was still playing at Orlando.
Well, yeah,
So
yes, the very first, so that first set, 92, 93, that was Shaq's rookie card. Shaq's rookie card was in that 92, 93 Upper Deck.
So Jordan was still going for a bit.
Yeah, well, what year did he retire? But he only retired for like.
He won 92, 90. It was either 92, 93, 94. They did the repeat, or 93, 94, 95, something like that. I don't think he retired till like the late 90s or maybe early 2000s.
No, he retired in 93 for the first time, but he
Did
would
he?
have come back. Yeah, but he didn't even, he was gone for like almost less than a season, I think, or maybe one season at most. But I'm pretty sure he came back before the end of the season. I don't know, because he went to play baseball, remember? And he sucked.
Yeah, I know. I know he went to play baseball. I just thought it was later on.
Because I remember back then there used to be that TV show on the weekend called NBA. Fuck, what was it called? Hosted by Tim Curry. Is that a person? Steve Curry.
Yeah. No,
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry.
Yeah.
He was an Australian presenter.
Yeah. So what was it called? It wasn't called NBA Hoops, was it? That was the trading cards, wasn't it? Hoops.
It could have been that. I
inside.
know which show you're talking about.
They used
I
to have
just
like the top 10 plays at the end of the show
don't.
always.
Yeah.
When Jordan retired, they had the top 10 Jordan plays, and they were all fire.
So, oh well. Cards cards have been an interesting journey for me. I stopped collecting, start collecting, stop collecting again, and then backtrack, and
Yeah,
then end up with hundreds of them.
I want to. That was a good experience when I bought that box of My Hero Academia cards, but I didn't buy any more after that. I want to buy Star Wars cards. That's what I want.
They're not easy to get.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? High Point. Remember they used to have that box, the vending machine of cards.
Yeah,
They had that, and they had the box of Star Wars cards. And then, like a month or so later, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go buy something. I'll buy a box, and they were gone.
those machines are popping up everywhere, but there's one at Water Gardens now.
Yeah,
But
but that
Star
was
Wars,
unique. A lot of
so
those, a lot of those machines were only like a lot of them. Sometimes are only Pokemon.
yeah,
And then sometimes you get ones that sell like UFC cards and Star Wars and all this One
yeah.
Piece and shit like that.
I've even the guy that I go to normally buy the cards I buy. I don't think I've ever seen him actually physically have a Star Wars box ever in store.
Well, there's two types. There's Tops, which I think is the more popular one. The one that was in the machine was something else. Had some weird name. It was like sounded like some Swedish or Russian name. It's like something
Panani.
Weiss.
Oh,
No, 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 not Panini or whatever. That's what I've seen because I bought my mate a box of UFC cards.
I know that there's a lot of the Asian versions of cards starting to come here more regularly.
Yeah, where every card's a hollow.
I don't know. I bought a whole bunch. I've got some One Piece and some all that to use when I go to the show for something different.
One Piece is popular as especially now after the Netflix show, they're going to blow up like crazy.
Yeah, everything seems to at the moment. Invincible, One Piece, all of that stuff is going crazy.
Oh, why can't I find them anymore? No, I can only find Tops, but yeah, it was some random brand. I don't think it was Chinese though. It sounded like some European sort of
I
brand.
don't. I've never really seen European cards because the Europeans normally have Panini or Panani, whatever you want to call it, and Flair and Tops because they have a Tops center in Europe.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No, I can't find them. They used to show up when I used to Google them. I used to just type in Star Wars trading cards and they'd come up, but they must be all sold out, which means those boxes are worth millions now.
I wouldn't go as far as million, but maybe a fair bit.
I saw there's this YouTuber dude, I don't know his name, but he's big channel. And he does like weird stuff, like he eats crazy things. Like I watched a video once where he drank like a juice box that was from the 80s. And
Really,
and I saw another video where he ate 2 jars of Vegemite. Like just dips his fingers in and ate 2 big jars of Vegemite by itself. And he's an American dude. But he did a card pull where he bought like a box of old, what was it, Flair that had Jordan's rookie card?
yes.
But anyway, he pulled Jordan's rookie card and it was crazy. Like he was going through the box and he's just like, oh, and then he eventually got it and he freaked out. Yeah, pretty cool.
I mean, it's cool, but it's not that popular a card. I've seen a fair amount of them
Yeah, but if I was
popping up.
to, but the Jordan rookie card would be the grail for most people my age.
Yeah, yeah, I seen that video too, buddy. It was a bit weird paying $20 for a pinky purple colored freaking beer.
How can they call that a beer? I don't understand.
You're gonna go broke if you keep spending $20 a can on a beer
Why don't
every
drink a
week.
lot? It's a good thing I don't drink a lot.
But you can buy a slab for the amount. You'll make 3 videos with 3 beers, or you can buy a slab and make 30 videos.
Yeah, but it's probably better that I'm drinking 1 beer than a slab, right? A week.
No, but if you do 1 beer a video, you get 24 videos for less than the three
The other
beers.
So I bought 2 cans that day. The other one was, like, only, I think, $11, so it was funny,
Yeah.
a friend of mine I went to so my whole story with the craft beer shop was, like, I went to a craft beer store once, and I stopped there because I thought it was just a normal bottle shop. I went to buy a six-pack to take to my friend's house, and I walked in there, and I'm looking at this, like, 4 fridges full of beer, and I didn't know a single one of them. And the guy's like, "Do you need a hand, mate?" I'm like, what is all this?" And he goes, "Are you new to beer?" I was like, "What the fuck? Fuck off." I'm not new to beer. I just don't know what the hell this shit you're selling is. So yeah, he was just like, it was all just craft beer. And then he kept like asking me all these questions like, what type of beer you like? Do you like this type of beer? Do you like this type of beer? And I was like, dude, I just want to get a 6-pack and get out of here. So then I go to my mate's house and drink the beer, and I tell him the story about the craft beer place. And my mate's like, I like craft beer. I'm going to go check them out. So he goes there, and the guy's like, hey, man, do you like beer? And my mate's like, yeah, man, I like beer. And they start having a beer conversation. And the seller's like, oh, it starts recommending him all these beers. And he's like, oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. And he's like, if you buy a 6-pack, an assorted 6-pack, you get 10% off. And my mate's like, oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. So he puts together a 6-pack for him of all random beers, gets to the till. And he's like, all right, so yep, that's and plus 10% because you get in the 6-pack. That'll be $72 for a 6-pack.
Yeah, I never pay that much for beer. That's why I can't stand the stuff.
Well, I don't really like drinking beer from like, I mean, I don't know, dislike it, but I really enjoy beer from like from tap. On tap, it's awesome. But like sitting there in a can, I don't know, it's not my thing. But I'll still drink it if I have to.
We'll see how long the videos last for.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm gonna go on a diet as of next year, so
As of
probably
next
can't
year,
afford to be drinking beers all the time.
shouldn't it be from next week?
No, we'll have one last hurrah for 2023, and then yeah, you'll
Then what?
see. This time next year, you're going to
Simple,
be able to see me.
skinny,
What?
simple Simon again.
Yeah, I'm going after Russ's record. He's lost.
Really?
Did you see the photo he posted?
Yeah, I think he dropped under 200.
But did you swipe to see the
Yeah,
comparison from I was like,
yeah.
holy shit. Yeah, I need that
Yeah,
comparison.
I have a video. I have a photo like that from when I
Yes.
was at my heaviest. So my problem is I started going to the gym. So I'm not dropping weight, but I'm just getting skinnier, but the weight is staying the same. So, but I really need to drop some weight before I keep trying
You
to
said
get.
you only eat once a day, don't you?
Yeah. So that's why. But since I've been back, it's been hard for me to drop weight. So I keep seesawing.
I just stopped trying, so I figured, you know what? I'll just wait till I'm ready, and then I'll go hard. Because every time I've tried a diet for the first time, I normally go pretty good. Like when I first met Sarah, I was on a keto diet. And I reckon I went keto for about 4 months, and it helped a lot. And back then, I was stressing because I got up to like 85 kilos or something like that, and I was stressing. So the diet helped me get back down to like 80. But now I'm 102.
You jumped a fair bit.
And that
Haven't.
fucking beer video didn't fucking make me look any good. I was editing it going, oh my God, that's the worst angle of all time.
Well, at my worst, I hit 101.
Oh,
Was
really?
the
Wow.
heaviest
Because you're
I've
like
ever
shorter than me
been.
too.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it
Because
was when
Russ
I
is.
went.
Sorry,
Sorry,
go. There you go.
I was gonna say it's when I went to America.
Of
Not
course.
the last time, the time before that. because I was eating all junk and thing, and I was there for 4 weeks. Just went crazy,
Yeah, well, if
and
you
you
go to
don't
America,
notice it.
yeah.
Yeah. So I made sure I never got back to that stage. I got close. I was 96 earlier this year, and right now I'm sitting around 86, 87.
See, my goal weight's way lower. My goal weight's like 78. Like
Well,
when I when I first started doing videos with Mark, I was kind of around that 77, 78.
well, my ideal weight meant to be for my age, my height and stuff is meant to be 60 kilos.
Jesus.
I
Sarah's
don't
almost
I don't
60.
even I don't even ever remember being 60 kilos, not even as a kid.
I was 69 kilos when I was in primary school, like when I was in grade six. So from grade six all the way to the end of high school, I was pretty much 69 kilos. I never really
Yeah,
put on weight.
you're lucky. When I was in the best shape of my life when I got married, I was still at like 70, 77 kilos. I was still 17 kilos overweight according to them.
Yeah, well, last time I went to the doctors, she weighed me and she goes, "Yep, Simon, you're obese." And then there was this
Really?
awkward, yeah. She goes, "Yeah, you're obese." And there was just this awkward silence. I was like, "Okay," and she's like nodding, like, "Yep, obese." I was like, "Okay, I get it."
Sarah, we're not talking about your weight in a bad way.
Sarah was apparently 50 when I first saw her. Like, started hanging out with her.
Yeah, you're a bad influence.
I'm a bad influence because she put on weight.
Yeah, yeah.
I think she's trying to put on weight though. That's her goal.
You try, yeah, but I think she's trying to put on weight in muscle, not in
Not in
physical
what,
weight.
Sean? Not in what? Uh,
If you're trying to put on weight in that way, Sarah, try eating some different food.
yeah, she can't do that either.
So, oh, everyone has their problem. She can't put on weight. We can't get rid of it.
I stopped
Yeah.
trying. I can't remember the last time I went to the gym. Like, and I'm still paying for it. But I plan on making a triumphant return. You wait and see. I'm going to show you little people.
Well, I joined a month ago, just
Yeah,
under a month ago, and I've been 15 times.
that's pretty good.
So I was meant to go today, but I just was feeling sore.
That's like
So
almost every second day. That's good.
yeah, I've been trying to go every second day. So trying to keep in a routine, keep it going.
Routine is good. Yeah, Sarah started to go back. So she got sick like a month or two ago. She got sick and then she just sort of stopped going for a bit. And now she's sort of got back into the routine of going after work, which
I
is
know.
funny because like I always join a gym near my work thinking, oh, I'll just go straight there after work. That makes sense. And then you finish work. The last thing you want to do is fucking work out. A lot
I
of people do it in the morning before work. And I'm like, fuck, that's crazy.
no. I normally this is the time I'm normally making my way to the gym.
Really? At this time? That's
Yeah,
good. When I used
go
to
now.
actually, yeah,
I would go now, and by about midnight, I'm done. Come home, have a shower, straight to bed.
yeah, because when I
So,
was younger and I was actually into gym, so I was saying I weighed 69 kilos all the way up to the end of 18, and then I started lifting weights. And so from like 18 to like maybe 20, I went up to about 86 kilos, but that was me lifting weights all the time. It wasn't me being a fat bastard. And that was the most overweight. And then obviously I stopped working out and I dropped back down. And then it wasn't until I was like in my late 30s that I sort of started to get into my sort of 80s again. But that was from not doing anything.
Oh, I hit my peak at 27, and then I hovered around that for about a year, and then just went back up. I found when I all that time I was still playing soccer, so I kept reasonably in shape. The minute I stopped playing, it just went like crazy.
That's probably why I was 69, because I played tennis from the time I was like, uh, how old was I? I was like 8 years old all the way till I was 18. I played tennis. So that's probably why I never really put on much weight, because I was running back and forth all the time. And basketball. I
So
played heaps of sports. I played basketball, played tennis. Tennis was my main one, though. That was like my main thing. And then basketball was like the other thing I did. And
you're
then I played
always
like,
chasing a ball,
sorry?
always chasing a ball.
Yeah. I played table tennis. That's not really much ball chasing there.
Uh, I
I was
never
just,
played any of those sports.
it was really weird. So in year 7, I was in the table tennis team for high school, and I was the best. Like I was so you had team A and team B. So obviously team A was your better players, and you had rank 1, 2, 3, 4, and I was ranked 1 in the team A.
Yeah,
So every school, you have to play their number 1 team A number 1, right? I was undefeated for the season, and also in doubles. So you would play against the other school's version of your rank, and then you'd play doubles 1 and 2 versus 1 and 2. So we won the whole thing, and I won MVP for my school. And then in year 8, for some reason, I couldn't hit the ball anymore. I couldn't hit my forehand was my biggest weapon, and for some reason I just couldn't hit a forehand anymore. My backhand was okay, but I just lost the ability to hit my forehand. I don't know what happened, and I remember I dropped down to number. I don't even think I was number 2. I think I was number 3 in the team A. And I remember one of the kids from the school, after we finished our matches, he came up to me and he goes, "Hey, you, I want to play you right now," because he was the number 1 the previous year as well, and I beat him the
yeah.
previous year. But he saw me as ranked number 3. And he goes, "You, I want to play you again right now." And I was like, "I really don't want to do this," and he kicked my ass.
I wouldn't have played him. I would have told
No,
him to get shit.
it's like there's this dude at work. It's okay. He was a Christmas casual from last year, and I don't know how old he is. He's like maybe 20, maybe. He's like skinny Asian dude, right? And he was standing next to me one day, and he just goes to me, "Hey, Simon, you reckon I could beat you in an arm wrestle?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "I reckon I could take you." And I was like, "Why are we having this conversation right now?" And then he starts asking people, "Hey, do you reckon I could beat Simon in an arm wrestle?" And people are like, "I don't think so." And I was like, why is he asking me this? Is he like secretly really strong? Because he looks like a pretty scrawny little Asian dude, right? And he starts going, "No, I reckon I could take you." And I was like, "All right." And then everyone was like saying, "No, I don't think so." And then some people were like, "Maybe he's got a trick up his sleeve. Maybe he like lifts weights like crazy, right?" So we built it up all day, like we are gonna have this arm wrestle. And I was like, "Fine. Once we close, we'll have an arm wrestle, right?" Oh, fucking terrified. And then so it came time to close, and everyone waited back, and he was like stalling. He was like serving this customer, taking ages. So we were already closed, and he took ages to get these customers out of the store, and we were just standing there waiting. And then he came, and I was like, "All right, mate, here we go. It's time." So we go right out, and I destroyed him. And then I was like, I just went, like, it went for a little bit, and then I went boom. I was like, "All right, see you later." And then as I'm walking off, he goes, "Oi, left arm." And the thing is, he was left-handed.
Yeah,
So he said he's left-handed, but he does a lot of things right-handed. So he's both. He's like, but he mainly writes left-handed, right? So if you write left-handed, you're mostly left-handed. But he said there's some things he does right-handed. But anyway, I go to walk off. He's like, "Oi, left hand," and everyone's like, "Whoa!" So I was like, "All right, left hand." And dude, it went for so long, right? It was just like we are basically holding. I'd get him down here, and then he'd get me back up here. I'd get him back down here, and I don't know how many minutes it went for, right? But it got to the point where we are just holding forever, and I was like, "I don't want to lose to this kid." And then I eventually got him down, and I was like the hero of the day. And then I got home. I couldn't lift my arm was dead. I couldn't do anything with my left arm for the rest of the night. But I saw him the other day for the first time in weeks because he only works once or twice a week, and obviously I'm only there twice a week now. And I was just like, dude, if you asked me that now, I would not dare even try to take you right now because my arms are so soft right now. I haven't done anything for months, man. It's just like jelly. It's really weird. It's like
Come on. It's what happens when you sit in front of a computer.
I'm like it's like yeah, I know. Even my new job, I don't get my steps in either. Because at work, I used to have my Apple Watch, and on a normal day's work, I'd be running back and forth all day. It was like 13,000 steps just at work, and
Yeah.
now I sit on my ass all day.
Yeah, now you got to be more active.
Yeah, no, I should go for a jog on my lunch breaks.
That's the thing that's killing me because I'm not working full out like I used to. The weight goes up and down easy. Because if I have a lazy day, it goes on. Then the next day I'll have a proper work day, drops off quickly.
Yeah, I really
So
need to. I really need to just get home and just knock out a bit. So back when I was, but probably 3.5 years ago now, but when I was at that sort of 77, 70, I was in good shape because I wasn't eating a lot, but I was doing exercise. I wasn't exercising super hard, but I would do exercise regularly enough.
yeah.
That was just a little bit, just a little bit. That's all I did, and that was enough. Now I just need to do that little bit, but it's just like I bought a skipping rope, right? Because I used to do skipping when I used to do Muay Thai back in the day. So that was like your warm up. You do 3 minutes of skipping, and then you drop and do 20 push-ups, and then you get up and do another 3 minutes of skipping. Then you drop and do 20 sit-ups, and then you do another 3 minutes. That was the warm up back then. So I was like, I can do like just 3 minute skipping session. So I bought the fucking skipping rope, and it's been 10 years, right, since I skipped. And man, I'm skipping. I did like a 3 minute round. I just skipped. And my God, every single jump, my knees are just like, what the fuck, dude? Why is all this weight coming down on me, man? Like it was really hard. So
Well, I heard, I can't remember who told me, but I think it's every 1 or 2 kilos of extra body weight you have is like another 100 to 200 pounds of force on your legs when
yeah.
you're doing that stuff.
And my knees
So,
do kind of get sore from doing things these days, I find. Like sometimes I just have a pain in my knee for no reason. I'm like, what was that there?
old age. It's all right. By January, you'll be 3 months at your job. Ask them for a treadmill desk.
Well, my boss, he actually has a standing desk. I don't know if they can. I would have to buy something to cater that for me at my desk because I got like a little office cubicle thing. It's cool.
Ah, you got a cubicle. Good
Kind of, yeah.
night, Sam. So you're upgraded. You
I
went
got
from a store to
I
a
got that
cubicle.
Batmobile. The Batmobile you
Mm.
gave me, it's sitting on my desk. Yeah, looks cool.
So
All
now
right.
you just have to get a figure to fit in it.
Yeah, I will chase those down actually. All right, I better get going because Sarah's saying goodnight, so that means I'm going to get yelled at if I'm too loud.
Oh, I'm heading off to just coming to do a quick video so I have some content because it's been weeks in between videos. So
All right, mate. Well, bye, everybody.
thank you for watching, guys, and thank you for catching the replay. Take care. Alrighty. End stream.